to reassure you my life will be purposeless without you. If I want it, when I ask you about it, you inspire me to be better. You challenge me for the better. Sit back and let me pour out my love letter. Let me help you. Take off your shoes, untie your shoestrings, take off your cufflinks. What you wanna eat, food? Let me feed you. Let me run your bath water, whatever you desire. I'll slide, sing you a song, turn the game on. I'll brush your hair, help you put your do-rag on. Want a foot rub, want a manicure, baby I'm yours. I wanna cater to you, boy. Let me cater to you, 'cause baby this is your day. Do anything for my man, baby you blow me away. I got your slippers, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart, ain't nothing tear us apart. You all I want in a man, I put my life in your hands. I got your slippers, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, I wanna cater to you. Baby, I'm happy at home, let me hold you in my arms. I just wanna take the stress away from. Then I'm doing my part. Boy, is there something you need me to do? If you want it, say the word, I'll try it. I know whatever I'm not fulfilling, another woman is willing. I'm gonna fulfill you, my body and spirit. I promise ya, I keep myself up, remain the same chick you fell in love with. I keep it tight, I keep my figure right. I'll keep my hair fixed, keep rocking the hottest outfit. When you come home, they tell me on my shoulder, I roll over. Baby, I heard you, I'm here to serve you. Love you need to give it is my joy.
So that is music title Cater For You. It features the Destiny's Child on this one. It brings the time to some 21 minutes to hit 8 o'clock. This is Love 99.5. This is Love in the Morning. And the team, are assembled. And of course, we're happy to be coming up your way. Tomorrow is a Friday. It's going to be the 4th of August. It's going to be a holiday. And so whatever it is that you're doing today, make sure that you have that at the back of your mind. It's going to be a very, very long weekend. And if you have time, please join us on Facebook right now and get to see that video that we've been talking about since morning. So as we are very much aware, in their quest to decongest the Central Business District, the KMA has rolled out some measures, including the use of police and military to ensure that tricycle riders do not enter the CBD. Now, the KMA says they have rolled out what they call the Transportation Reorganization, just to help decongest the Central Business District. Now, in the attempt to prevent these tricycle riders from entering the CBD, some amount of force is being used, including breaking of windscreen of some tricycles. And if you join us on Facebook, you will see this military officer, without any provocation of whatever, from what I'm seeing from the video, he has a stick in hand. He walks straight up to this tricycle, this pragya, smashes the windscreen, hits the pragya with a stick, destroying the pragya. Listen, I agree that there's an enforcement, there are some restrictions, there's a ban placed on tricycle operators preventing them from entering the CBD. So if they flout that directive, should we use this amount of force? Should we destroy property just because we want to drum home the fact that they should not get to the CBD? Meanwhile, these same tricycle riders believe that they are not the cause of the congestion in the CBD. They think that they have done no wrong. If there's congestion in the CBD, it is not as a result of their doing business in the CBD. They are saying that if the unauthorized bus terminals are moved or closed, they also believe that if traders are prevented from selling on the streets, there will be no congestion in the CBD. What's your own opinion of this? Do you agree with what the KMA is doing, trying to decongest this CBD? In your estimation, what is the best approach, the best way to ensure that we decongest the city or the CBD for that matter? Now, we have somebody who has lived in Kumasi for a very long time. I can even say he's lived in Kumasi all his life. He lived at a time where he met people like Ken Olotri, Major Kobana, W.O. Jekum, Akwisajiman, when they were all, running the KMA. How was Kumasi like at the time? I'm talking about none other than Kofi Bajoneba, another listener of Love 99.5, somebody who loves Asante to bits. He's on the phone lines right now. Kofi, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dave.
So this move by the KMA, to decongest the CBD area, what do you make of it?
Decongestion in itself is not a bad idea, but the approach is the problem. And the way KMA is going about it now is not the best. Look, these Pragia people are saying that the congestion is not caused by them, but rather people who sell on the street and on the pavement. And I agree with them, because if you have people selling on the pavement, pedestrians will not be able to walk freely on the pavement. They will have to, walk on the street. And when it happens like that, vehicles cannot apply the street as they have to do. And so, by all means, there will be congestion. Now, Dave, let me tell you something. When Major Kwabena, Colonel Ochre, Nana Kwesi Agyeman, and W.O. Adekum, when these people were KMA chief executives, in their respective years, they made sure the city was decongested. And the city
I'm sure you recognize that. That's why you're mentioning the names of Colonel, Ochre, Major Kwabena, W.O. Adekum, Nana Kwesi Agyeman. What did they do at the time that got the city not congested? What did they really do?
Yes, the decongestion, what they did was that in those days, the only pedestrian way a pedestrian could walk to Adum, there were only two. Either you pass through, you cross from Kejetia to PZ, and then you walk through the PZ area, or you pass through what we used to call 18. In those days, there was area called 18, just adjacent Central Market. You pass there, and all the people will have to walk on that that side. You will not cross to the road. And so those people who were selling on that pavement, these chief executives made sure that nobody sold on the pavement, so that it will give chance for people to walk freely. In fact, what we could witness in those days was human traffic on the pavement, because everybody will have to walk on the pavement. You dare not cross to the road or to the street, because city guys were standing alongside the road.
So we still have city guards out there. Why can't that same approach be applied now? How can we still have people selling even in the middle of roads?
That is the problem, because the problem now is, in those days, Nana Kwesi Agyeman, Colonel
Ochre, Major Kwabena, all those people,
Ochre, Dekum, and the rest, they will not allow anybody to walk on the street or to sell on the pavement. And they had the courage to make sure that nobody sold on the pavement, because they were not looking at any political angle, or they were, with the exception of Nana Kwesi Agyeman, all the rest were military people, and they ensured that discipline was at its best. And so you dare not sell on the pavement. But now what we are seeing is that those people who are selling on the street or on the pavement will say, we will not vote.
So Kofi, my last question to you is this: what do you think can be done for us to win this fight? What do you think ought to be done for the decongestion exercise to be successful?
Let the DCE put aside his political affiliation. Let him put aside, let him know that he is serving the people of Kumasi and the people of Asante and not his party. Once he is a chief executive for Kumasi, he should know that he is serving the people of Asante, and so he must make sure that what he does it in the interest of Asante.
I hear you,
and
Kofi.
So those people selling on the street, he should muster courage to sack all of them to the satellite market, so that the pavement will be free for pedestrians to walk to avoid congestion.
Kofi, thank you very much, and I appreciate your time with us this morning. And listeners, listen, if you make time to join us on Facebook, then you get to appreciate, first of all, the action of some of the security persons on the ground. This is a military officer who has been asked to go out there and to ensure that the right things are done, that the tricycle riders comply with the directive not to ride to the CBD area. He gets there, and then I'm sure that some engagements go on, but he is able to pick a stick and destroy a Praga. It doesn't make sense to me. Listen, in as much as I think that the Praga riders themselves flouting this directive by the KMA is wrong, and that I think that they should rather sit down with the KMA and have a discussion, a jaw kind of a thing. They should not be there. They should not try to flout the directive. It doesn't make sense to me what this military officer did. And don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Tell your friends, share the link. Let the people get to see it for themselves. What approach the security on the ground are using just to ensure that the tricycle riders do not get to the central business district. It's on Love 99.5 FM in the Facebook page. So it is LUV 99.5 FM. That's how you can find us on Facebook. Joining me now is Engineer Dr. Williams Aka. He is head of Transportation Engineering Division, CSIR of the BRRI. Doc, good morning to you.
Good morning, David.
So you kept nodding in agreement with what Kofi was saying.
Yes. So I agree with Kofi and what the Praga riders are saying. We did some work at Edum. Traffic studies where we measured the number of vehicles passing at particular points. There is something we call the capacity of a road, which is the maximum number of vehicles the road can accommodate. So from the volumes at a Edum, what we're saying is that the number of vehicles is not up to the capacity, so we don't expect to have congestion at a Edum.
Okay.
If vehicles are supposed to move freely, then we should have no congestion at the place at all. What is causing the congestion is non-traffic related factors. People selling on the road, truck drivers, offloading and then loading passengers. Sometimes they just block the road. If they don't finish loading, nobody is moving. And passengers jaywalking, crossing at any point, it also impede the free flow of traffic. And of course, I would say the Praja is also part of the problem of congestion.
What is the major problem? Is the major problem the movement of the tricycles in Edum, or the other things that have been mentioned? And if you listen to the Praga riders and their leadership, we had a conversation with them. They are saying that, okay, fine. They all agree that Kumasi ought to see development and growth. I don't know whether per the growing population, we planned our city well enough to meet with the growing population. I don't want us to go there for now. But what they are saying is this. We agree. We need to find ways and means of decongesting the CBD. But the problem is not with us. Because they drive passengers to Edum, and then they drive out of Edum with other passengers, or just leave Edum because they're looking for other passengers to do business with.
Yes.
They are saying that, listen, once we have these unauthorized bus terminals, be it for long journeys or short journeys, but these buses are there at unauthorized places. The fact that you go to Edum and people are selling in the middle of the road, where we have parks, cars have been parked permanently from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m. and they are there and have enabled people to even put all manner of second-hand items on them to sell. People are selling on the shoulder of the road. They are saying that is the main crust of the matter. As somebody who is into research and understands these things, do you agree?
Yes, so as I said, we have these non-traffic related factors. I think there's also another problem, that is the trucks, which are offloading goods to stores.
Yeah.
They also impede the free flow.
We have talked about all that. So that's why I'm asking that question. Are they the main problem, or the tricycle riders are the main problem of the congestion?
Okay, so David, if you build in a city, right, even Trotro, for instance, may not be an efficient public transport system. If you take a typical Trotro, the urban, it has a capacity of 12 persons, right? If you take the driver and then the assistant out, it means that one Trotro will take 10 passengers. If you are to put these passengers in the Pragya, it means you need 5 Pragya to accommodate the passengers in one Trotro, right? What this means is that the 5 Pragya will take more road space as compared to the urban. Better still, if you should take a bus, you're looking at 4 Trotro, a bus with a capacity of, let's say, 40 passengers. You're looking at Trotro, about 4 Trotro, and then about 20 Pragya. So clearly, you realize that in planning a city with a huge population like what we have in the expanded Kumasi area, Pragya cannot solve our transportation problem. It will add to the problem because you are not maximizing the use of the road space. And
based on what you just said,
yes,
let's say the Pragya operators decide to comply with the directive not to get to the CBD.
Yes.
Will we still have congestion problems in the CBD, or we will not?
Yes, we will have congestion.
In that same amount, in that same
exactly.
quantity.
We didn't have this Pragya in our transport mix. It came recently, some few years ago, and we're having problems at Idum, right? And it's as a result of these people selling on the
pavements, on the streets, and
on the walkways, on the streets.
So if we will still have that problem of congestion, and listeners, aside from you watching this video on Facebook, and if you haven't seen it, go on to our Facebook page on LUV 99.5 FM and watch it for yourself. The action by a military officer. The action by a military officer. All right? And we're told that his name is W.O. Ado. That's what we're told. See his action and tell me what you make of it. But aside from that, we would also show you when the Pragya riders decided, okay, to also raise a concern or a protest. Look at their sheer numbers. The sheer numbers of people who will be deprived of a job if this really is allowed to go on. I'm not saying that we should not try and decongest the CBD, but I'm saying that we should find a more pragmatic way of fixing it. And that's what I was asking you, Dr. Aka. If you're saying to me here now that if the Pragya or the tricycle operators are even banned from entering the CBD and they comply, and we'll still have the same volumes of congestion in the Doom, it means that they are not the problem. It means that we need to be able to fix the other side of the problem. That is where people are selling in the middle of the road, and then the other vehicles that are parked permanently there.
And David, I've said that the Pragya, they are part of the problem,
but they are not a major problem.
Exactly. We need to have a holistic solution to the problem. So we should deal with all the problems which are causing the congestion, which is these Trotro drivers loading and offloading passengers everywhere, people selling on the pedestrian walkways or even on the carriageway itself, trucks loading and offloading goods to stores, which is against the KMA bylaw anyway. We need to have a holistic solution to the whole problem. And
the approach that they're applying right now, will it work?
It's not holistic. It's just tackling the Pragya. That's why I said we should look at its entirety. The traders, pedestrian walking anywhere, cars.
How do we fix that bit of the traders on our roads? Because you and I know this is not the first time we're doing a decongestion exercise.
Yes.
We do it. We always hit a snag. We do it. We hit a snag, and we come back to the same thing again. What would it take for us to be able to move them and ensure that they don't come back to the streets? What do we need to do?
David, it lies in the mandate of the district assemblies to enforce these laws. I mean, if there's a walkway for pedestrian, you have no business being there, and KMA should be able to do this. I don't think this should be difficult. It's just enforcement.
You say you don't think it should be difficult. Meanwhile, it's become a difficulty, a challenge.
Well, usually, people will come in and say you should, which I agree anyway, you should have that human face. But we've also seen situations where we've constructed markets, we've asked people to move to this place and they refuse to go, and we still sit down aloof, we don't do anything. It's not helping. I think if you don't enforce, human beings anywhere they won't just obey any law, right? You need to enforce it. You need to enforce the law. If you leave them, they will do what.
For the fact that our leaders are not able to enforce these, and we mentioned of the WO, Jikums, the Major Cobblers, the Colonel Lotteries, they were able to enforce these things. The fact that our leaders, from the DCs, the Metropolitan, Chief Executives, and all that, over the past few years, have not been able to do this. What does that say to you of the kind of leaders we have?
They've not performed well, but I think it's something we should do. If you don't do it, it means we'll have the same problem, trying to solve the same problems over and over again, and we're not moving forward. We should try to decongest the Jum. Even looking at the possibility of maybe having a pedestrian-only street, pedestrianizing some of our streets, right, at the Jum. And so we should enforce this. We should enforce it.
Unfortunately, they are not able to enforce it. And that's why we're asking our listeners to also share thoughts with us. As you listen to us, I'm sure that you have gone to Pampaso area, the Dum area, the PZ area. What do you think it will take for us to be able to have a successful decongestion exercise? The Praga riders are saying that they should not be blamed for what is happening. They are saying that they just move into the CBD and then they move out of the CBD. So a ban preventing them from entering the CBD is not going to solve the problem. Do you agree with them or you disagree with them? And aside from that, in your own perspective, what do you think it will take for us to have a successful decongestion exercise in the CBD? Now, you can send us your thoughts to our WhatsApp number, 055-1111-995. Again, the number is 055-1111-995. But if you stay with us on Facebook, if you haven't seen it already, you can see for yourself the approach by some security persons who have been asked to go to the ground to ensure that these Praga riders do not get to the CBD. A military officer picks up a stick, walks straight up to a Praga, and then smashes the windscreen of the Praga and destroys the Praga. And later on, we see people amassed in their numbers. People who, if the Praga should be, it's illegal already for them to use it for commercial purpose, transportation and all that. But look at the numbers there. Number of people who hit the streets in protest of the action of the military officer.
Yeah, so usually when I'm talking about this, I look at it in three perspectives. The economics, right? That is the source of livelihood of people. But usually I don't want to go into that because I don't have that expertise, right? I don't have the figures to support the number of people who depend on it for their livelihood. There's also the safety aspects, right? And then what we just discussed, the mobility, which is the ability for people to move freely. And for a city like Kumasi, a city like Accra, we should be looking at the possibility for people to move freely. We waste a lot of time in traffic, and that is unacceptable.
What do you make of the actions of the military officer? You've seen the video?
Yes, I've seen that. I think that's unprofessional. He has no business smashing the Praga, and I think the authorities should hold him responsible.
Oh, this is Ghana. This is Kumasi. Nobody will be held responsible. Nothing will happen. Because I'm even told that there are some people in higher positions who are even justifying the actions of the military officer. They are justifying what the military officer did.
No, that's wrong.
But as a city that keeps growing, and looking at the number of population of people who come and it keeps going up, how should we plan our city going forward so that at least, even if, let's say, fortunately we're even successful with this approach, that what do we need to do going forward to be able to accept the number of people, the population growth, the number of vehicles that are growing and all that? What do we need to be doing as a city going forward?
So we need to decongest the central business district. We should have central satellite markets.
We have them already.
Points. But I don't still understand. We have satellite markets, but still everybody prefers to go to Edum, which is increasing the volume of traffic going there. We still encourage people to patronize the satellite markets, and businesses should also try and then establish. Melcom, for instance, they've done well. They have branches at some centers outside Edum, and so businesses should also try to establish.
Do we need to have flyovers in Edum? Do we need to, for example, have a parking? That came up some time ago. That we're going to have a permanent parking slot for people to go and park their vehicles instead of they do the on-street parking and all that. Are those things that going forward we need to consider and apply and do?
Yes, I think there are some projects going on behind the prisons, right? There is a multi-story car park which is being done. And I also learned that the second phase of the KJTR redevelopment will have a multi-story car park. These are good developments which is going on. But what I think is that we should have an efficient public transport system. The BRT system, for instance, we should implement it. And if we don't do this, the population will keep on growing, people will keep on traveling, and this problem will keep on occurring.
And in a bit, we'll be activating the phone lines we hear from our listeners out there. And yesterday, a lot of the Pragia riders, people who speak very, very good English, they called into the show and they raised their own concerns about, their displeasure and, of course, their disagreement with the directive by the KMA preventing them from hitting the CBD. We'll be activating the phone lines shortly. But before that, do you foresee the KMA winning this battle? Do you foresee the KMA being successful in decongesting, the CBD?
I think it's something all of us should fight for. But the approach is what we should be careful. I will say it. We need to decongest the city. Else,
we all agree. But the question is, with this approach, with what is happening right now, and this is not the first time there's been an attempt to have a decongestion done.
Yes.
Do you foresee us winning this one, or we're going to feel like the previous ones?
That's a difficult one, right? You see, we've done this several times. We do it. People come back and. Especially when we get into the political season, right? Yeah. The politicians don't have that courage to do it. And so next year, for instance, I don't want to be optimistic, but I'm hoping that even if we do it, when we get to next year, election year, we'll not go back to the old ways.
So basically, we're not serious to fix the problem. It is sad, isn't it? It is sad, it is annoying, it is painful.
Yes. I know the World Bank around this time around is helping us with the BRT system in Kumasi. They had expression of interest, and so propose organizations who wants to build and then design and then build the BRT, put in the expression of interest. They've selected it. They've asked for these companies to submit their proposals, and we're hoping that this time around,
that could be long term. That could be long term. I'm looking at the immediate term because we are in August right now.
Yes.
In a few months, we'll be entering the Christmas season.
Yes.
The Christmas rush will come.
Yes.
Then 2024 will come for the elections as well.
Yeah.
If we don't do it and get it right now, when will we ever get it right? 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. Those are our telephone numbers. We're in this together, aren't we? So we're asking of your thoughts and your views. How can we successfully decongest the CBD? What ought to be done? What should we do to be able to win this exercise, to be successful at this exercise? What do we need to do? Your thoughts are very much welcome. You can also decide to send us WhatsApp messages to 055-11-11-995. Record a voice message, send it in. Leo.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I think that sometimes we go round and round around this issue for, unnecessarily. Because the only time I have seen free flow of traffic in KJTR in Dr. Mensah is in Edum is when people who are selling by the roadsides are moved. One, when Otunfo has a procession, and then they move them that day, or for at least for 2 days, you see free flowing traffic. There will be pragia, there will be cars, but there will be free flowing of traffic. When people complain a lot and the KMA drives the women away again for about a week or two, there will be free flowing traffic. There will be pragia, there will be trotro, but the traffic will be flowing. So the problem is there, sitting right in our face. I don't know why we are going round about this.
So let's go into the phone lines and begin our engagement with Kojo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Let's hear you, Kojo.
David, I just want to contribute to the discussion. First of all, let us look at this. We want to ask questions like whether or not these projects, the use of projects as a commercial vehicle is allowed by law. That's the first thing that we have to look at. Whether or not the tricycles can be used for catching people. Is it legal? And secondly, we walk into the memory lane to the time of other mayors who have come to Kumasi. Those time was military regime, so people were really afraid because there could have been brutal force. I quite remember I was a little boy during Nana Kusajiman's times, and there were use of brutal force. Every time authorities start things like this, because we are in democratic dispensation, people will say human face. And in the discussion, I want us to just give specific solutions to this. Are we happy to see a lot of people on the pavement? A lot of, for want of a better word, flagrant abuse of bylaws in the cities. Politicians are relevant when they are in power. So, what we normally do is, we will not vote for you. And then secondly, we will say that this is where I feed my family. So like one of your panelists said, we have to take a holistic approach to this. One, the projects, they have no business being there. And then two, the people who sell on the pavement do also not have any right being there because the project in itself is illegal. That's the first thing.
Thank you very much, Kojo. And that's what we're looking for, suggestions and ideas as to how we can get it right. He says the people who are selling on the pavements have no business being there. Those who are selling on our streets have no business being there. The usage of praga itself for commercial purposes is illegal. So why do we allow them to do what they are doing? We're looking for solutions, not a blame game whatsoever. 03220-83596, 83597, 83598. Abdul Karim, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Dave.
How or what would it take for us to be able to win this battle of decongesting the CBD?
Dave, the matter of decongestion the CBD, it's not about we the praja riders, so it's those who are standing on the pavement. Let's take it Central Market for instance. Now the way is just one way, single lane. But if it was to be double lane, everyone will go smoothly without any traffic. But they've given one side to the drivers for them to be operating, while the traders who have also occupied another side. So how can they say that we are the cause of the problem? And aside that, although the tricycle is illegal in Ghana, and aside the road wage and the insurance, we are also, they said we should also take income tax. So you said our work is illegal. Why should we take that income tax? And KMA are also charging us for the representative tickets that we normally take every day 1 cedi for parking. You said you won't allow us to go there. So that ticket that you are still taking it for us. What? I don't even understand that one.
I hear you, Abdul Karim. Thank you very much for joining us. So he is also asking a very pertinent question. A question I asked yesterday. Why are we taking some levies or tolls or whatever from them? We say what they're doing is illegal. We're saying they should not do this, they should not do that. Yes, we're taking money from them. Hassan, good morning. How do we win this fight against decongestion or congestion in the CBD?
Well, the last caller before me, I loved the way he talks. Very brilliant idea. We paid road weldies, insurance and everything, and now we are touting them as illegal businesses. Go to Edum and see how many people will come very early in the morning and park their cars, and 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the evening before they come and take the cars. You know all these people, you take money from them. Edum has to be, if we are going to be realistic with ourselves, trust me, those people selling on the pedestrian lanes will be moved out.
All right. So Hassan is also saying that he thinks that if we move people who are selling, trading from the shoulders of the roads or even from the main roads itself, we'll have a successful decongestion exercise. Majwa, please, good morning.
Hello. Me chairman jene kakra o masem na me pese me bisa question ba ko say KM for no moduma ne sen workers no mo KM no mo share black and white no moduma ne sen
God for moduma ne so make sure say people who are not supposed to be doing the wrong things will not do them. So they're not supposed to sell on the streets, not supposed to sell on the pavements. Say no man moduma ne no o ma say no
me pacho de minimum ne say time I go school in 1970s no now omo do na adwuma ne so omo gina zebra crossings omo directed pedestrians and student school for onkola but ene sa na me nyina eni ho eno so ka ho bi na decongestion no ewo kurum obi nam pavement so ho na say nipa fa no nipa tena ho to ade asa de see street came for adwuma ne so omo say sa na me be free ho say omo nyina dan policemen and police women omo check cars ewo kejetia omo asoso na nipa na to ade no omo ji omo sika but at the end of the day no ewo sika omo jeje de ma omo mani ehu bi se wan tua omo be tan wani sa wa wuntimi ntena won to ade enti de be ma aboa ne se kemi fo no empeni fo mo mani nko omo ho no mo omo dwuma ewo community eno be boa de to so bi yento aba no so o man nyai sa de no no man fom na nsi fom de a o man emu nteda me to ade o Kumasi dwom firi nkola brem me bo me tiri me pose se nyi dwane mfimfin abonto o man me baby tena me nyeda because came for na de o man dwo o at the end of the year or the month no man so ne sa be tu o free ho so we koso a better no man let me ye udru keje run about her cars ni Prague ya kaso kebe fo wo ho omo enso mo hwema ekwan dem no mo gira na o chika bi na organiska na o hura tra kan front na organiska obi yo tua no be fese obi gira ho load wo wunti o ma wunya
Majwa, thank you very much. And you are saying what exactly I was saying earlier. They're supposed to ensure or enforce the bylaws by the KMA. That's the city gas. That's why they're there. And so I agree with almost all that you said. Thank you very much, Majwa. Do we have George on the line or George? George, good morning.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm well, George. Good to have you.
Thank you, David. David, question is it only the Pragias who have congested the room? David, go in front of buses and see the number of trucks there. If you are from the prison and you want to cross to the footbridge, David, that street is full of trucks. You cannot pass. Why are they there? David, I was going to send some items to the north. I took clothes off the buying to a room. It was in a fertilizer sack. When I got to a room, I took a bag. But I was going to Ababu station. He took me safely back to Adum, to the overhead bridge at Alpo, to the and send me to the station safely. They are working. So even if they want to discongest, they might show a human face. And that soldier who destroyed that Pragia must be made to buy it. Even his 1 year salary cannot buy Pragia. People are living on, this job. There are no factories for the youth to go and work.
George, thank you very much, George. Listen, a thought that came to mind right now is this. So this is the approach the KMA is using the military and the police to prevent the tricycle riders from getting to town. Fine, let's say that's also a good move. Maybe that's going to help. What are they also doing to ensure that people who are offloading and loading their goods into their shops are being checked? What are they also doing to ensure that those who are selling on the streets and on the pavements are also dealt with? What is the KMA doing? I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. Yeboah, good morning, sir. Let's hear you, sir. Yeboah, welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I want to say that the problem is squarely one of the people selling on the streets, the Pragia people, and also too many private cars that are brought to Adum. And for me, I think that the too many private cars that are brought there is the main issue. You see, there has to be a disincentive for people to drive their private cars straight to Edum all the time. In other cities in the world that I have been to, there are systems that does not encourage people. For example, if you have to park your car in certain parts of London, you will be charged so highly that you won't do that next time. You would prefer parking your car somewhere close to the city and walking there, or maybe taking a bicycle or a motor or something.
So I hear you, sir. Thank you very much.
I haven't finished, please.
So let me give you 30 more seconds to wrap up, please.
Okay, right. You see, the bigger problem is that the satellite markets that we've had in the past, we've not given those markets to the people who deserved to get them. Look at this KJTR project, for example. You see, by the time it is completed, rich people from elsewhere have come to occupy the market, and the people who were on the streets that needed to move into the shops were not given, because it was made a sometimes even it is party people who are giving, and the people who deserve are not. So these are the things that are bedeviling our nation.
I understand you, sir. What you are saying is that you will support, for example, if a Praga rider wants to get to the CBD, we should not say we don't allow you to get there. But if you enter the CBD, you pay, let's say, a fine of, let's say, 50 cedis. That would deter them from getting there. Is that what you...
It is even better to allow the Praga to get there than to allow too many private cars. Right? So we have to think through this matter properly. These things that are done on ad hoc basis. Look at how Ghana has, the population of Ghana. Look at the demographics. So for somebody to think that, people will not throng to the city, it's deception. If you decongest it today, tomorrow they will come again. So
you have fine ideas. What we've done right now is we've taken your number. We'll get in touch with you, and then we'll continue with our conversation another time.
Right.
You have fine ideas. I think that yes, if private cars who drive to Edum would have to pay some, let's say, 50 cedis for getting into Edum, it would deter a lot of people from getting or driving into Edum, isn't it? Let's move to our final caller, Erasmus. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, David. I came to Kumasi during the time of Manakoshi, and you dare to sell on the pavement. I mean, there are people who can attest to this fact, and we need not to run away from that fact. You see, one thing I've realized in Kumasi is that people are so indisciplined. Go to KJT. I was there yesterday. I went somewhere. When I came, it took me almost 2 hours to get my car out of the place, because people are selling right on the pavement. Cars are just parked in the middle of the road and loading, and they don't even care. The reason is that guys who are there, David, this is not somebody telling me with my own eyes to take money from these drivers and allow them to do whatever that they do. So sometimes when you even approach them, they tell you, "Matter, we're gonna to be fast." They pull with impudence.
Well, Erasmus, thank you very much for your contribution as well on the show. And to all the callers that called us, I'm talking about Kojo, Abdul Karim, Hassan, Majwa, George, Yeboah, and Erasmus. We say thank you very much. Let's go to our WhatsApp console. People are also sharing their thoughts there.
Good morning, David. I'm Kingsford from Asqua. I think the conjunction in the CBD is not caused by the Praga drivers. If you move around PZ, that is opposite the new KJTR, coming down to Central Market, you will see what the trotro drivers are doing there. They park in just at the middle of the road and they are loading. You will see the police walking around doing nothing about it. And traders also are selling on the pavement. Where do you expect the pedestrians to walk? So they will share the road with the drivers. That is causing the congestion.
So the question is, how do we decongest it then? Thanks very much for sharing your thoughts with us. And take a listen to this one.
Yeah, hello Dave. Good morning. Yes, my name is Isaac. I understand the narrative that you are giving, and I don't agree with the military man, or I don't side with him to hit the windscreen of the Pragya. However, if you had seen what was happening yesterday, that these Pragyas took the law into their own hands and blocked a whole route, a whole main road that led to the central business district. They blocked it, and the traffic, it was serious. So, Dave, in as much as we are condemning the actions of the security personnel, we need as a people to condemn the actions of the Pragya riders.
All right, so before we play some more voice notes on Facebook, Francis Osei says you are talking about depriving them of their job. Is Edum the only place they can use the Pragya? Is a question he's asking. He says, please let's support the authorities and stop the incitement. Nobody's inciting anybody. We're just saying that let's do a holistic kind of a thing to ensure that we win this battle. Edmond Boateng, says the congestion is mainly caused by the trotros loading in the road, wrongful long parking by shop owners and traders on the pavements. We all know this. Remove them all, and will be successful in decongesting the CBD. He says, I propose that the trotros and bigger cars should be given satellite stations around the CBD where they would, offload. Then smaller vehicles like the Pragyas will convey the people and their goods and their stuff into the main CBD for them. Again, let's go on to WhatsApp and listen to more of the voice notes.
Good morning to you and your added listeners. My name is Adepa, calling from Kumasi. Pragyas are not the main source of the problem, as we always say, because Pragya is not the always problem, as we always say. These days, if they want to do it and do it well, they have to create stations for the trotro drivers themselves. If they have a permanent stations for them, they would be able to allocate some portions to the Pragyas. If they want to solve these things amicably, locate a portion to them. When you pick someone and want to approach the CBD, kindly drop them here and go.
Kindly drop them there and go. Let's play one more voice message, and then we'll call it a day this morning.
Hello, David. Good morning. David, frankly speaking, let's be factual and truthful. If we really want decongestion of KJT at the Central Business District, isn't this Pragya drivers that will even decongest the place? These are smaller, vehicles that wouldn't need much space. I wonder that we are making the incompetence of certain leaders to affect these vulnerable persons who are making a living. What really, when they were building the KJT edifice, what really did they put in place?
Question there: What plans did they put in place to ensure that we decongest the cities and make way for some of these things to not to fester? Actually, so what is your preferred color of tank? Well, Syntex has it. What guarantee do you want? Again, Syntex has it. What kind of inner layer do you want? I mean, are you looking for double, triple, quadruple? Well, as many inner layers as you want, Syntex has it too. So remember, no matter your water needs, Syntex has it. Syntex tank, strong, tough. Now they have over 300 agents nationwide. So to order a tank, all you need to do is pick up your phone and call 0244 335 168. Visit Syntex on social media at Syntex Ghana, or you can shop even online on www.syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, strong, tough. Well, the Institute of Distance Learning, KNUST, announces that application e-vouchers for admission into diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate programs through the distance learning mode are now on sale. Diploma program on offer include architectural technology, business administration, information technology, and many more. The undergraduate programs on offer also include business administration with 7 options, quantity surveying and construction economics, construction technology and management, and many more. Now, the Institute of Distance Learning also has several postgraduate programs on offer in the following areas: education, sciences, and business. You can use the short code *477*160# to buy the e-voucher for application, and applicants can purchase an online application e-voucher from GCB Bank, EcoBank, or Consolidated Bank Ghana, and apply online. Now, for further enquiries, you can visit idl.knusc.edu.gh, or you can call 0247 274 661 or 0500 482 885 or 050-1102-650. You can also follow them on the various social media platforms, i.e., and that is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn at IDL KNUST. KNUST IDL, providing flexible and quality education at your doorstep. Now, Zest Consult is out there doing amazing things for many people. Now, have you been searching for the best place for your IELTS, your SAT and GRE tuition to make your study scholarship and job acquisition abroad come true? Well, then look no further. Zest Consult is the place to go. They are the number one, when it comes to helping people study abroad. Zest Consult has taught over 5,000 individuals to pass their IELTS, their SAT and GRE. Over 3,000 nurses, midwives, and other workers have passed their IELTS through the Zest Consult to work in the UK and USA. Now, some have even also used the IELTS to also apply for schools outside the country. A number of students have also acquired scholarships through Zest Consult to study abroad for their undergraduate and postgraduate programs through their SAT and GRE tuition. Now, they can help you study in the UK, USA, Germany, Australia, China, and so many other places, even under a scholarship. I can attest to that. Many people have benefited from Zest Consult. Zest Consult is also into real estate services, as they assist in the selling or buying of buildings and litigation-free lands. Locate Zest Consult at Kumasi Cultural Center, or you can also visit them at Dichemso near the Kumasi Airport Runabout. Contact them by calling 0555-631-633 or 050-9092-330. Zest Consult. Excellence is their hallmark. You have a vehicle. Are you taking good care of your vehicle? Well, if your car is experiencing electrical and mechanical problems and you want your air conditioners repaired at the best price and quality, Kumasi Auto Detail is where you need to take your vehicle to. At Kumasi Auto Detail, their Ghanaian and international engineers are there to provide you with services such as general repairs, injection services, tire services, engine and gearbox management, vacuuming, AC gas refilling, and flashing, as well as computer diagnostics. If a car part is not available, Kumasi Auto Detail can order from outside the country and you get it within a week. Also, you get to relax at their reception and watch your car being fixed on a CCTV monitor. Now, the good news is they provide warranty even after sale. So after they've serviced your vehicle, they give you a warranty. Locate Kumasi Auto Detail opposite Unity Oil, Malcolm Road, Durban, next to the NS Hybrid School. Send them a mail to kumasioautodetail@yahoo.com. You can also call them on 055-971-7034 or 0257-977-433. And that is Kumasi Auto Detail for you. We've got some messages for you as we get ourselves ready to cross over to join 99.7 for more on the Super Morning Show. Today's conversation is going to be on the 2022 report from or by the Auditor General. Please stay tuned.
Macron Restaurant, continental and local dishes. Biryani papa fie, kupedia bonsa. Macron Restaurant, continental and local dishes. Biryani papa fie, kupedia bonsa.
Macron Catering Services. Ye nimu fritete. Biryani pa e mahwode. Wedi die wieno na wonum so da ho. Na die kumi kura ne se ebo no da fo. Macron Hotel. Supermall bibiada. Amo wonya hoto. Fully air conditioned, free Wi-Fi, and a conference hall with modern gadgets. Upewe na upedie. Macron Restaurant. Usubecha door-to-door services. Sheshe Macron Services. Ewo Kumasi Asukwa. Anase audio. Macron ni na ufun suni. Fre omu awa mwatrufo iso 0322-496-249. Anase 0244-417-446. Macron Services. 7 is what we are. Ubedia bonsano. Ubedia bonsano.
Uyam ayekro anase emu kekao uhia amuzuke uyam tutu anase emu samfono uhia amuzuke wayase ya oya anase uwa fichikro mu haw uhia amuzuke heba mixture ebi wo heba shop biamu frɛ 0247776743.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back into your Vodafone cash account. We reload here, but then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
I've got Bell Pack and I won't let go.
My name is Nana McBrown. Many people think I get what I want anytime because I am popular. No, that is not true. It is because me and Kasano, I like the best, and when I find it, I stick to it. I have found Bell Pack Tea Roll, and I'm stuck with it. It is soft but not weak, strong but not hard. It is just perfect. Bell Pack Tea Roll is smooth and gentle on the skin. Same as Bell Pack Kitchen Towel. It cleans in one wipe. You can soak, squeeze, and clean again. One Bell Pack Kitchen Towel lasts longer and saves you money. It's time you switch to Bell Pack today and experience the perfect paper tissue. Say pocket tissue, table napkins, tea roll, and a kitchen towel. Paper chow. Bell Pack is simply the best. Bell Pack, just perfect.
To be a Bell Pack distributor, call 055-11-44400. Another quality product from Bell Aqua.
It feels so good like Bell Pack.
Why risk having your visa denied when you have Excel Plus education? Do you have an offer to study in the UK, Canada, USA, or Australia this September? Do you require professional guidance on how to submit your visa application? For a free support on all aspects of your visa and student application, get in touch with Excel Plus Education right away. Call or WhatsApp us for no cost at all on 0243 334894 or 0246 725909. Excel Plus Education, putting you in charge. Yes, DBS Industries has done it again. We have taken the lead by introducing the newest Colorlink Plus roofing sheets. It comes with 20-year warranty against fading.
Hold on a second. Did you say 20-year warranty against fading?
Yes. In addition, it has self-clean properties, meaning it has the ability to clean dirt that settles on it, making your roof look beautiful at all times.
This DBS offer is super cool.
Get your Colorlink Plus roofing sheet for your roof today. Look out for Colorlink imprint on our sheets. Locate DBS Limited in Kumasi on the Kumasi Accra Road at Adakwajachi opposite Kwamo Guel filling station. Call our hotline on 050-600-4141 or 0543-286-637. Visit our other factories in Accra, Tamale and Takrady. DBS Industries, your roof experts.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Pack Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gamepackgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Pack Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Pack Games. More moolah, more power.
Hip, hip, hip. Thank you. For my 62nd birthday, my wife and I will be traveling for our second honeymoon to Dubai. I have also decided to pay all my grandchildren's fee for the next academic year. In fact, prepare another cow and let the party continue.
What a pattern. Isn't Mr. Blagochi a pensioner? Yes, so where did he get all the money to do all that?
I heard it's because of New Generation Investment Services. They took care of his pension funds. I hear they also started the NGISM fund, which allows them to grow their investment and create wealth. They also have the Universal Mutual Fund, which I intend to sign on so I can sow today and reap tomorrow.
Don't be left out.
Visit us today at the first floor, Kokobo Jubilee House at Doom Kumasi, and the first floor of the first story building behind National Investment Bank, Sunyani, or visit www.ngis-group.com.
New Generation Investment Services, achieving excellent returns on your investment.
You provide the fire.
Daily focus on your superstation Love 99.5 FM is giving you an opportunity to start your day right with anointed men of God. Tune in daily at 5:15 a.m. and be blessed. Be edified with Joel Osteen on Monday.
Just because it seems like God is too late doesn't mean that He's not going to come through. Don't be impatient for Him to act. Keep believing, keep praying, and every blessing that belongs to you will show up.
Receive the word with Reverend Eric Ajay Bediako of New Life City Chapel, Bokrom, every Tuesday.
Anytime the Holy Ghost comes to dwell in your heart, He produces His nature in you. And so you that some time ago you were whatever, you begin to have desires for holy things in your life.
On Wednesday,
Ghana, but for us, the most important thing today is on the account of public corporations, boards, and institutions. So that's the report of the Director General on the public accounts of Ghana, public boards, corporations, and other statutory institutions for the period ended 31st December 2022. Now, before we get into some of the specifics, before getting onto the phone line, according to the Auditor General, now let me share with you the total irregularities for the period, and this is the summary. Total irregularities amount to 15 billion, 59 million, 441,805 cedis, 85 pesos. I'll take it again. 15 billion, note, 15 billion Ghana cedis, 59 million, 441,805 cedis, 85 pesos. Now, this is the breakdown. Outstanding debt and loans recoverable amounts to 99.37%. That is a total of 14 billion 964 million 300,000 230 Ghana cedis. Now, what the Auditor General is telling us is that these are amounts that we can